Championship, and we are just getting into the semi-finals, and the first semi-final match is going to be between Zyphos Esports, Devastain, and Hella from PNX. So it's going to be one good match. I'll be having a small chat with the two players. First off, Hella, කොහොමද හිතන්නේ chances match එකට?
මම කිව්වාගේ 50-50 තියෙනවා chances. ගොඩාක් දුරට මම හිතන්නේ මම මේ match එක දිනන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි.
ඒක කියපු confidence එක ආවේ practice කරලාද ආවේ මේ 1-1 ගහන්න. ඔය දැන් කවිසයන් අලුත් player කෙනෙක් හැටියට ඉන්නේ. වයිතන වගේ experience එක හින්දා කියලා එහෙම කියන්නේ.
මම හිතන්නේ මගේ experience එකත් එක්ක මම හිතන්නේ challenge එක බාර අරගෙන මට පුළුවන් දිනන්න මම හිතන්නේ.
දැන් semi final එක දින්නොතින් එක්කෝ යන්නේ සතාන් එක්ක හෝ බීවත් එක්ක මොකද ඒ කියන්නේ හිතන්නේ වයිතන final එක දිනන්න පුළුවන් කියලා.
සාතන් එක්ක නම් මම හිතන්නේ මට ඉක්මනට match එක විනාඩි 5ක් ඇතුළත දිනන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. බීවත් එක්ක පොඩ්ඩක් වගේ අමාරු වෙයි.
There you have it, guys. That is Hella from PNX. Now I have Noob Kavi representing Zyphos Esports. මොකද කියන්නේ Hella කියන easy game එකක් කියලා experience එක වඩා තරයක් දෙන්න කිසිම තරයක් හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ.
එකගයි.
ඔය එකගයි ඇඩේට. නිකමඩ හරි යම්සි chance එකකින් final එකට ආවොත් කාත් එක්කද ලේසි කියලා දැන් බීවත් එක්කද නැත්නම් සතන් එක්කද?
දෙන්නම එක ගන්නට අමාරුයි.
දෙන්නම එක ගන්න අමාරුයි නේ. කිසිම ඒ කියන්නේ කිසිම hope එකක් නැද්ද ඔයාලට දැන් දිනන්න?
නෑ.
සෑහන හොඳ attitude එකක් semi final match එකට යන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා. So there you have it, guys, the two semi-final, the first semi-final match, Hella from PNX and Devastain from Zyphos Esports. We'll be getting into the game shortly. Stay tuned live here at the Colombo City Center and of course live on Facebook with us, and of course mentioning our partners. You all can go. Thank you. Take a seat. Mentioning our partners, Gamer.lk, the pioneers of esports in the country for the last 10 to 11 years, and also SLT, fiber optic, the fastest broadband network in the country, powering all our gaming, basically powering all the gamers out here to play at the lowest latency possible. And of course this amazing venue from Colombo Citizen. We have had an amazing crowd throughout the entire day, and we seem to be getting more and more as the day goes on. So stay tuned, we'll be getting into the action live shortly.
I mean, what else do you expect? I was just checking to see. And with me is Azman, Dark Row. Hello, Azman.
Yo, 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 let's get into the semi-final, game number 1, like you said. So looks like they random Alchemist as well as Skyrat. So will it be Skyrat versus Skyrat or Alchemist versus Alchemist?
Hope it's
will
Skyrat.
be interesting. So I
Yeah.
hope it's Skyrat because then it's be more spammable, but it's going to be Alchemist versus Alchemist. So it's going to be a battle of who can outlast the other with Chemical Rage. So let's see what kind of build they're going for. There are no bounty runes in this, so obviously maybe getting Grievous Greed is not the best option. But we'll have to wait and see what both our players go for, whether they want to keep their Blink Daggers or sell them off. We'll have to wait and see.
I kind of like the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to drop down that acid spray and then
Yeah.
jump in with
With
concoction,
concoction, yeah.
will definitely help.
See-
Question is, do you want to play for that later game where you get a few items, or do you want to, play for that? Play for the early game, like
Yeah. I mean-
basically end the game in the first 2 minutes itself.
I mean, they're not going to be able to get the talents for sure. It's not going to go that long. So this concoction, usually the concoction build won't really work in this scenario. So they're probably going to just farm until minute 5. I think, there's no real kill potential because of the Chemical Ridge, right? I'll be interested to see if someone, thinks of, oh, maybe I should get a Spirit Vessel or something along those lines. It might be pretty interesting to see if that's the case. Do you think they'll ever go Spirit Vessel, or would they get something like Basher first or something? I don't know.
I mean, even if you do get the Spirit Vessel, it's hard to chase down the Alk with the Chemical Rage, right? Because the extra movement speed and stuff. So unless you have a really good cooldown on, maybe the level 10 talent is where it's going to get interesting, just because you have the minus 8 seconds on concoction.
Yeah.
That might be when they want to really go, and maybe if they get a lucky rune.
Yeah.
I think it'll come down to who uses Chemical Rage first and who can outlast the other, and then
Runes, obviously,
basically have that ability to use Chemical Rage to go on their opponent. But anyway, this first rune is going to be pretty important.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. So for some reason I've realized that you don't get arcane runes in this game mode. So you do get
I
you
haven't
get everything
seen an
else
arcane
other
rune. I
than,
think
No, I haven't seen arcane
I
runes
think
at
the
all.
reason that is because usually to get the runes to spawn once every 1 minute or something, they had to revert to a version, maybe revert to the versions where arcane rune wasn't a thing. And
So just to point out, very important thing just happened, and Kavi actually manages to get a free rune, free ward there.
yeah, he
So-
plants the sentry anticipating his ward, and he does get the ward there. So Hella's not gonna know what rune is, if the rune is top or bottom, just by looking at the map anymore. And Kavi has gotten 1 level in Grievous Greed, so he's opting to get a little more farm than Hella is. Hella opting to go for the 3 levels in Concoction.
But really good play coming out from Kavi here, as you can see. I mean, all this time, Hela, even though he has been trading with Kavi, he's been standing on Kavi's acid spray the whole time
Yeah.
because of the way they placed it. So looks like Concoction is going to come out from Hela here, but Blink Out coming out from Kavi. Kavi going to channel up his stun now. Will he be able to reach Hela in time? Nope.
No.
Both them are going to stun each other, and looks like we're going to reset. There is a regen rune available on Kavi, so he's okay in that front. And now Chemical Rage has run out on Hela, so Kavi can do a decent amount of damage if he wants to, but he's going to settle for these lovely, lovely last hits.
Yeah, and I think Kavi is just going to look to farm right now. He doesn't look to be playing too aggressive. He's just, punching him a few times. He knows Chemical Rage is going to be up soon, so he's not really committing too much, not too much of his mana, just looking to get last hits for now. Hella's playing a little bit more aggressive in my my observations for now. Yeah.
Taking a decent amount of damage from the acid spray. I mean, he's tanking up the damage quite most of the time. But looks like he's trying to put a lot of pressure onto Kavi and maybe try to get an early. Oh, Blink killed the courier? No? Okay.
I also thought that might happen after seeing Satan's previous game where Satan killed the courier. It kind of impacted the game quite a bit since Panda wasn't able to bring in regen.
No, I think it impacts the game quite
Yeah.
largely, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think for sure. So once again, both them just fighting on the acid spray. Kavi making sure to stay out of the acid spray when he gets hit by that concoction. Going to bottle up, but one of the charges is going to get cancelled out by Hela here, and Kavi knows exactly where the rune is, and he's going to get it. So it is going to be a haste rune.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a decent way to disengage, and he's going to stop Hela from maybe landing a concoction or giving him enough space to kind of buy time. But end of the day, this is going to be a battle of acid sprays and I guess
First
just
item, I
farming,
think.
yeah.
I think as soon as they get the first item at 5 minutes, it's going to decide a lot. Maybe the item is something that Kavi can play aggressive with, because, and it depends on the region they have at the time they get the item. I think if Kavi has a better sustain in the lane, whichever has a better sustain in the lane, and if they get a decent item, maybe, you know, an Abyssal or even a Basher or something that can lock them down just a bit, it might result in a kill.
So as you can see, Kavi just casually diving the T1 tower there, making sure that he's trying to zone Hela from getting any sort of last hits, but he's going to use that haste rune and try to avoid the concoction damage, and he's going to be able, he's pretty successful with it, but Hela is going to start farming up himself. Another blink blink coming in for that CS from Kavi there, so more aggressive play coming in from him. He's already level 8, I believe. Yes, he is, and Hela is only level 7. So we're closing in on the 5-minute mark, just about 1 minute and 30 seconds away, so we might see an item being picked up, item being given more than picked up. But in this scenario, what do you think you want as an item as an alchemist here?
I don't really play alchemist. I'm not too sure, but I don't know, maybe something, I don't know if pushing the tower would be better than trying to kill the hero in this scenario, because you do have decent attack speed and you can get items to push the tower, but I don't really know exactly what you do in this scenario.
I mean, we do have a professional alchemist player in Scooby, so maybe we can get some feedback from him later about which alchemist items should have been made. Anyway, coming back to the game, we saw a little bit of an exchange happening, but Kavi does manage to get away pretty much unscathed. Yeah. Looks like he's gonna channel the stun and he's not gonna throw it. Oh, okay, use the DD and throws it as well. He's gonna start right-clicking the alchemist here, and here comes another stun, and that might really be, yes, the chemical rage actually runs out of Kavi. He's going to be first blood to Hela. Oh my god, what an upset coming here.
And Hela makes the play. Oh my god, and Hela actually dies with acid spray over here. Oh my god, Hela walks back.
What's happening?
He walks back into Kavi's acid spray and kills himself.
He probably thought it was his. I think it was just an accident.
I mean, it is pretty hard to, know whose acid spray is put down.
How unfortunate is that?
How unfortunate. But Hela actually doing a good job,
Oh, blink out from Kavi there, gonna avoid the damage coming out from the concoction, and Kavi might be able to chain stun this, gonna use his medallion, but chemical rage does get popped here, so it should be enough to help him get out. Acid spray gonna be dropped, and looks like Hela is actually gonna take the 1 versus 1 here. Not really the best thing to do. Concoction also being used. One more right click should be enough, but he's healing up through the chemical rage, and here comes the medallion once again, but both of them just chasing each other, gonna blink. Kavi's gonna blink, he just needs one more right click, but the heals, the jukes. Oh, it's going to be enough, and Kavi is not gonna be able to get the kill. Ankles have been broken.
Oh my god. Hela is actually juking Kavi pretty well in this scenario. Just going through the trees, diving and juking. Meanwhile, Kavi actually picks up the bounty rune over here.
For
the first time in this tournament, a bounty rune has been picked up on an alchemist, so it kind of makes sense. But doesn't seem like it's going to give him too much headway for a decent item. The item they did manage to get was Blade Mail, I'm guessing, since they both have Blade Mail. Yeah. So Blade Mail was the 5-minute item, and Hela does have an Invis rune. He might use this opportunity to go on Kavi here. Kavi does have Chemical Rage, so even if he gets gone on, it might.
I'm pretty sure he got spotted by the tower there for sure. I mean, he had to have, right?
Well, either way, he is charging up stun right now. Hela,
oh, Kavi actually sees him. The ward is there. The DD is being popped. And here comes the medallion as well as the double damage. And that is going to be Kavi taking the first semi-final game and making his way to the grand finals.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him. Tough luck. Hela did manage to break his ankles quite a bit. Made some really good jukes there. But just getting stunned under vision. Unfortunate for him. Really intelligent item pickup from the medallion. Just for that armor minus. Just understanding the matchup. And Kavi came out on top, I think.
Yeah, Kavi played really well this game, and he deserves it. Now he's going to go to the finals, and we'll see you soon. But before the finals, we have one more semi to go, and that's going to be one heck of a match. So please stay tuned, and see you soon.
best esports experience for the youth. SLT Esports Championship 2018. With the #1 fastest broadband network, Sri Lanka Telecom, enriched with 100 megabits per second. From the 2nd to the 4th of November at the Infotel exhibition premises at the PMICH. SLT Esports Championship 2018.
Center. You all are joining us live for the Red Bull River Runes 1 vs 1 Dota 2 Championship, and we are just going to get into the second semi-finals. The first semi-final, we saw its conclusion. Devastine from Zyphos Esports going forward into the grand finals, and Hella dropping down, but he of course has another chance of becoming third place, so we'll have to wait and see what will happen in that match. But for now, we have the second semi-final. It is going to be two players from Division Esports. It's going to be Satan against Beaver. Both really good friends. It's going to be interesting to see what the match is going to be. So first of all, let's have a chat with the two players. Satan, කොහොමද expectation එක match එකට?
හොඳ ගේම් එකක් දෙයි කියලා මං හිතනවා අනුපම. ඔව්.
හිතන්නේ නැද්ද easy game එකේ හැමෝම කිව්වා බීවා ආවතෙන් අමාරු වෙනවා ආවතෙන් එච්චර අමාරු වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. මොකක්ද ඒක ගැන කියන්නේ?
ඔව් ඉතින් මං කොහොමත් ගොඩක් කාලෙකින් ඩොටා ගානක් ආවේ. ඉතින් මම ඉස්සර තරම් ෆෝම් එකේ නැහැ. ඉතින් බලලා පුළුවන් තරම් හොඳ ගේම් එකක් දෙන්න.
බීවට මොනවද කියන්නේ match එකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා?
හොඳ ගේම් එකක් ගාමු කියලා හිතනවා.
හොඳ ගේම් එකක් ආවා. එනේ good luck match එකට. ඊළඟට අපිත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා බීවා ඉන්නවා division esports එකෙන්ම. බීවා දැන් සෑහෙන වටේ ඉන්න spectators ලගේ හැමෝගෙම උන්ගලගේ rival teams වලින් හැමෝම කියන්නේ වත් එක්ක match එක හම්බුනදී අමාරුයි. සතන් නම් easy game කියලා කියන්නේ. මොකක්ද ඒක ගැන හිතන්නේ? වා හිතනවාද ඒක ඇත්තයි කියලා?
ඔව්
අනිවාර්යෙන් දැන් ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මේක බියෝ වන්න එකක්. කිසිම ගේමක් නැහැ. විනාඩි කීයක් ගහන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවද? විනාඩි 2ක් 3ක්.
අර හේෂන් කියන මගේ යාළුවෙක් එදා මට ත්‍රිවිල් එක ගන්න රුපියල් 100ක් දුන්නා. ඒව ඔක්කොම සලකලා බලලා මං බලමු.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඒව සලකලා බලලා විනාඩි 10ක් විතර ගේම් එක අදින්නද plan එක?
ගොඩක් වෙලාවට.
ෆයිනල් එකට දැන් මේක easy game එකක් හින්දා ෆයිනල් එකට හම්බෙන්නේ කවිව. මීට ඉස්සෙල්ලත් ටූර්නමන්ට් වලදී හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. මොකක්ද හිතන්නේ කවිත් එක්ක තියෙන chances?
ලොකු chance එකක් නැහැ. මොකද ඔය අධිකට මිඩ් ගහ ප්ලේයර් කෙනෙක්. ඒත් බලමු. මම මේක දිනන්න ඕනේ මුලින්. මේක දිනන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ.
හරි. Anyway, good luck match එකට. අපිට හොඳ තරගයක් දෙයි කියලා හිතනවා. Guys, a round of applause for the second semi-final here. Beaver taking on Satan to take a spot in the finals against Devastine from Zyphos Esports. So do not go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly with the second semi-final. It is definitely going to be intense. Two very high-skilled players going head-to-head against each other.
We cannot start immediately. We cannot start immediately. Welcome to the the second semi-final, which is the final semi-final. It's gonna be against Satan and Beaver, and I have with me Amjad. I'm sorry, Azman Darkro.
Hello, I
Azman.
am my brother Falcon. But then technically you're not wrong. It is the final semi-final.
It is the final
It is the final
semi-final.
semi-final.
Not
So it's going to
wrong.
be interesting enough. It's going to be Shadow Demon versus Shadow Demon. So I think both our players don't know how to play this hero. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of build they want to go for. So looks like Beaver is going to be on the Dire side and Satan is going to be on the Radiant side. So taking a look at things, the usual question is, do you want to keep the Blink Dagger or do you want to sell it? So looks like both our players have decided to keep their Blink Daggers, but gone for a very interesting build on Beaver here, going for a few additional levels.
No, Shadow Poison.
Okay,
It
sorry,
looks
it's
good.
right. one, sorry, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, Shadow Poison is probably the skill to get in this matchup. To be honest, I would prefer getting a Null Talisman right now, because you have the bottle for Radiant. I mean, I just like Null Talisman a lot since you can spam a lot more Shadow Poisons early game with it. And if you get like 2 stacks of Shadow Poison with level 3 Shadow Poison and you just disrupt him and you keep adding stacks, the guy just dies. So landing those Shadow Poisons are going to be key to this game. If you land the Shadow Poisons and consistently, and if you get 3 at least and you still have the disruption, the guy's usually dead. So let's see how this game goes down. Let's see who can land the more Shadow Poison. Ooh.
So it looks like Satan is going to jump in with that level 1 disruption, but what a blink out coming out from Mr. Beaver there.
Yeah, you can add Shadow Poison through disruption. So
it's just, I think it's just the fact that not knowing how the heroes work. And nice deny coming out from Beaver there.
oh, and he
And
starts.
here comes the Shadow Poison, going to manage to get the Soul Catcher as well. Here comes
Looks
the
dead to me.
dispersion as well. Should be enough.
Yeah, it should be dead.
Oh, and here comes another disruption, this time from Satan. This thing is going to
One
pop.
more, one
Another
more.
blink
He's
coming
dead,
out
he's dead.
from
Oh.
Beaver. Beaver first blood. What a play coming out from him. Once again managing to blink out of the disruption there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no instant damage after that, so Blink Dagger usually works pretty well with that. If you hit Shadow Poison this game, basically it's game over. The Shadow Poison stack damage is so high, and with your items, you usually just don't have enough HP or magic resistance to survive that.
I mean, already as you can see, those 1 charges are already stacking up. Anupama already having about 9. Heshan just eating 2. I think he might have used it in the previous engagement to try and stay alive.
Yeah.
But Anupama in very good control of the game so far.
Yeah, I think Anupama has a very good chance of killing him again. As soon as he gets his ult again, I think he's just going to go for the kill. Satan doesn't look to
Nice
be dodging
blink
these. He
to
might
dodge.
go down right
He
now.
actually has 4 stacks of Shadow
Yeah.
Poison on him right now.
He might kill him right now. Just one more stack of poison and he'll die, I think. Oh, he misses. Oh, there we go.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's, yeah, it's pretty...
Pretty fast,
Pretty fast game.
easy. So we were going to, like he said, not too much trouble. Going to bring down Satanya in this
As soon as you get 5
matchup.
stacks, you're dead.
I mean, Terra in the interview covered the confidence levels. So I guess just having 2 heroes that both them are not used to kind of played both them. But end of the day, Beaver does manage to come out on top. It
Yeah.
is very luck based. But end of the day, he'll be moving on to the finals to
Yeah.
face off against
Kavi.
Levenstein.
Yeah.
So I believe it is going to be a best of 3. Yes,
Yeah.
it is going to be a best of 3. So that is definitely going to be a game to watch for sure.
So, see you soon, guys.
So there you have it, guys. The second semi-final coming into a conclusion with Southern being beaten by Beaver there, like he said, in less than 5 minutes. Actually turned out to be less than 2 minutes as well. So the confidence levels from Beaver living up to its name and bringing down one of the most experienced mid players that we have in the tournament. So Satan will be going into play in the 3rd place match, going up against Hella from PNX. Another interesting match to look out for, and afterwards we are going to have a BO3 grand finals between Division Esports Beaver versus Zyphos Esports Devastain, which is also going to be one intense game. And it's going to be a BO3, so it's definitely going to be anyone's game. The luck factor comes into a bit of a play because the heroes are random, like we have been seeing all this time. So it's definitely going to play a part. And if one of the players get a hero that they're not used to, it's going to be a bit of a problem. But nevertheless, stay tuned. We'll be getting into the third place match shortly. We'll be right back. For the Red Bull River Runes, Dota 1 versus 1 championship, and we are just about to get into the third place match. And I have the two contestants with me. I have Hella from PNX and Satan from Division Esports. So I had a chat with both of them in their semi-final matches. Hella did mention that if it was Satan, it would be easy in the third place match. Or the finals for that matter. And Satan was, of course, he was also very optimistic. He actually wanted to get into the finals. But we were basically proving right, saying that it was an easy game and actually did have a very easy game. Let's see what they have to say about the third place match and their opponents. Hella, match එන්න ඉස්සලා කිව්වා ෆයිනල් එකට ගියොත් සතන් ආවදින් නම් එච්චර අවුලක් නැහැ. බීව ආවදින් තමයි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්නේ කියලා. දැන් සතන් තමයි ඉන්නේ third place match එක. මොකද්ද මොනවා වෙයි කියලා හිතනවද?
ඇත්තට මට ඕන කරන මැච් එකක් තමයි මේක. සාතන් එක්ක 1v1 එකක් ගහන්න. මම ගොඩාක් දුරට මට මේක මට 90% වගේ ෂුවර් මේ මැච් එක ගැන. මම අනිවාර්යෙන් මේකේ third place නගිනවා.
third place නගිනවා. සාතන් මොකද කියන්නේ? ඔයා හිතනවද ඔයාට වටන්න පුළුවන් කියලා නම් කොහොමද?
මේක ඇත්තට ස්කිල් වයිස් ගද්දී මට වඩා එලා ගොඩක් උඩින් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මට මේක ඉතාමත් අමාරු ගේම් එකක්. ඉතින් මම try කරන්න පුළුවන් තරම් එලාට ගහන්න.
There you have it, guys. The third place contestants. Can you have a round of applause for Beaver representing Division Esports and Hella from PNX? Do not go anywhere. We'll be getting into the match shortly. It will be a 2-minute delay most probably, so do not go anywhere. We'll be live shortly.
Satan versus Hela. And and with me I have Azman, Darkro. What's up?
Nothing much. So, a lot of friendly banter. I think we saw Hela said that he was 90% sure that he was going to win this match. So, we'll have to wait and see whether he actually executes it. It is going to be a draw versus draw. So, I think the person who gets the jump on the other person will definitely get the victory here because they can start off with marksmanship. So, they do a lot of damage. The first rune, I think if you can manage to get a DD rune, it might pay off quite well. So, as you can see, looks like Hela has opted to keep his Blink Dagger and Satan has decided to sell his and get an Aquila.
Yeah, I like this Aquila purchase, to be honest. I think in the end, you really need more damage. And if you deal more, if he blinks next to Satan, he still doesn't have enough the same damage as Satan. So even if you remove the marksmanship, he's still going to have problems with Satan. I just think Satan's build is much better because he can probably farm better, deny better, do a lot better with an Aquila rather than the Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger is not going to do much until you get some farm so you can progressive, like, you know, kill them later, I guess.
Yeah, so the all important rune number 1, let's see where it will spawn. Will it spawn in the top lane, top or the bot lane, top rune or bot rune? Waiting to see, and it's going to be bottom. So looks like it's going to be a haste rune. Will Hela go for it? So looks like he's blinking his way to the haste rune there. Going to bottle it up for later use. It's definitely going to help against Frost Arrows. But as you can see, both players opting for 3 levels in, I can't remember what the skill is, and 2 levels
Precision
in
Aura.
Precision Aura. There we go. So,
and one sec.
So anyway, just waiting on the game. It is going to be a draw versus draw, so it's going to be pretty tough. I mean, silence does play a big part, but I think if you can manage to get the initiation on the other person and just be able to control him with those frost arrows, it will definitely pay off. I think the Blink Dagger with maybe a double damage rune might help Hela take out this game, but end of the day, it's going to be tough. I think they might be even focusing the towers as well because it is Draw Ranger. End of the day, having Draw Ranger just push on these towers and try to pressure it as much as possible. The first person to bring the other person's tower down will manage to bring home the victory. So just waiting to see what sort of game we will have on our hands. We'll probably see someone go for power trades pretty soon. And 5 minutes, obviously, you do get that free item. So depending on what that is, might be a Dragon Lance, might be a 4-star, can be anything almost. So we'll wait and see to see what happens. But as of right now, both of them are just happy to see us. A few right clicks coming out here and there. The marksmanship doing a lot of damage. So looks like we are back, and as you can see, Satan is sitting at level 8, while Hela is sitting at level 7. Currently just a few right clicks here and there trying to control those runes. Courier delivering an item for him right now, so he has an
Extra item and it looks to be used.
both of them fighting it out. Going to be used onto Hela here. That is going to purge off the double damage. So say goodbye to 90% and welcome to 10%.
Yeah, and it seems like Satan is getting really good trades off right now, and he always has regen ready in hand. So even if Hela does start trading, he can just retreat and get back, heal himself, and come back right away. But looks like Satan didn't get a good trade.
Oh, Blinken, here is the gust. He's going to start hitting the creep, and he's going to get used by Satan.
He's probably just playing with his food, you know.
Yeah, just maybe.
Yeah, obviously
probably.
he has a 90% win rate is what he said during the interview. So he's probably just playing around. He doesn't get a DD this time, so
he's going to be happy with that, I believe. So end of the day, this is going to be a very interesting 1 versus 1. But just taking a look at items, I mean, Hela still has only the blink and the use, has picked up Aquila as well. Most of the time when they do go for these trades, Satan is on the low ground, so he's on a bit of a disadvantage. But I mean, he's managing, like you said, he does have that the right amount of regen, like you said. But taking a look at Satan's items, let's just take a look at what he has made. So he has gone for the normal stuff. So it looks like he wants to build into power trades, get a bit more attack speed. Obviously going to help quite a bit. So here comes the right clicks from Satan once again. 2 frost arrows hitting back to back. Number 3, number 4, number 5. Here comes a gust from Hela there to manage to push Satan back, and Satan is going to go to work on this tower. Draw Ranger being one of the best for this objective-based gaming. So regen also being activated by Hela there.
feels like Hela is not using his frost arrows all the time. Even there, when he hit Satan once, he didn't use the frost arrows, so he wasn't getting more right clicks off onto Satan to trade really efficiently. Right now, we see both of them just punching each other in the face and not really doing too much because of the Yule Scepter. See blink out coming from Hela.
So Hela just trying to mitigate as much damage as possible, but Satan is managing to get a lot of these high ground hits, to be honest, and it's really paying off. I mean, it's a lot of damage with the Aquila as well as with the Yules, but damn.
I mean, even if it's just healed, it's the marksmanship. I mean, sorry, the precision aura and marksmanship together that gives him so much damage. And Hela does have a. I mean, he's looking to get treads as well, but he doesn't have it yet.
Oh, this might not be the best idea, to be honest. Satan does not have that blink dagger, so the Yules and the Gust to disengage, and that is going to be it for that engagement. But once again, Satan just going to start pushing and putting a lot of pressure on this tower. Does have the illusion.
This looks pretty bad for Hela right now. He can just almost take the tower by himself with this huge creep wave. Hela cannot approach the creep wave because he's so low. I think Satan might just win the game here. There's going to be a glyph, and with this illusion rune, he looks like he's just going to kill Hela and take the tower here. I think that's just game, Azman.
Yeah, for sure. I think his glyph also being used, so I think that should be the tower going down. GG is called, and that is going to be 10% chance of victory for Satan going his way.
Unbelievable.
So third place going to Satan from Division Esports there, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. We still have the best of 3 grand finals coming up. Match between Devonstein and Beaver. So obviously Beaver being the crowd favorite. We'll have to wait and see how that match turns out. It is going to be a best of 3. So we'll catch you when those games are ready. So yeah, that'll be it for now.
Good evening, everyone. You all are joining us live for the Red Bull River Runes Dota 2 1 vs 1 Championship, and we are just about to get into the BO3 finals. And the two contestants are representing Zyphos Esports, it's going to be Devastine, and representing Division Esports, it's going to be Biva. And I have the two players with me. I'm going to have a small chat. First of all, Kavi කොහොමද හිතන්නේ මැච් එක ගැන? ඔයා හිතනවද ලේසි ගේම් එකක් වෙයි කියලා? මෙච්චර දුර අපකට සතුටු වෙයිද? ප්‍රශ්න දෙකකට උත්තර දෙන්නකෝ.
අනිවාර්යෙන් ගොඩක් සතුටුයි මෙච්චර දුර අපේට. ඒ වගේම ඉතින් හොඳ ගේමක් දෙනවා අනිවාර්යෙන්.
මොකද හිතන්නේ ෆස්ට් ප්ලේස් ගන්න තියෙන chance එක ඔයා හිතනවද බීව ලේසි ගේම් එකක් වෙයි කියලා? කොහොමද ඔයා හිතන්නේ percentage එකක් හැටියට ගත්තොත් ඔයාගේ winning chances කොහොමද?
winning chances නැත්තේම නෑ. ඒත් ලොකු ගේමක් දීලා බීවට වඩා උසයන් try එකක් දෙනවා.
බීවට වඩා උසයන් try එකක් දෙනවා. හරි. බීව මොකද කියන්න තියෙන්නේ? ඔයා කියනවා හොඳ try එකක් දීලා ඔයාට වඩා උසයන් try එක. මොකද කියන්න තියෙන්නේ?
මම හිතනවා එයාට ඒක හරියට කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. මොකද මම මිත් ගැහුවේ නෑ කොට කාලෙකින්. මේ මල්ලි මාත් එක්ක ටූර්නමන්ට් එකේ ගියා ලාස්ට් ටූර්නමන්ට් එකේ ඉන්වෝකර් කෙනෙක් අරගෙන ගැහුවා හොඳටම. ඒන්දා try කරනවා.
පොඩි එක්කෙනෙක්ට දැන් මල්ලි කියලා නේ කියවනේ පොඩි එක්කෙනෙක්ට පරදින එක අවුලක් නැද්ද ඔයාට?
මං මීට වඩා පොඩියට පෙරදිලා තියෙනවා.
හරි wish you all the best tournament එකට. There you have it, guys. The two finalists for the Red Bull River Run Dota 2 1 vs 1 Championship. It is going to be Beaver taking on Devastine for the grand prize here, and it's going to be one intense grand final. It's going to be a best of 3. The format has changed a little bit, so each hero is going to be able to pick one hero, and it will be randoming between those two heroes. It's not going to be randoming between the entire hero pool. It's going to be randoming between the two heroes that they each pick. So it's going to be definitely interesting. Both players are going to be trying to deny or be playing a hero that the other person cannot play and that they can play. So it's going to be interesting to see who the heroes are going to be. We'll be back with you all shortly, so do not go anywhere. It's going to be one intense final here at the Colombo City Center.
Kavi versus Beaver, and it's gonna be right now. It's looking to be either Earth Spirit or SF, and I really don't want an SF game because it's not gonna be fun, I think.
Everyone here, I think, wants it to be an SF.
Yeah, everybody wants it to be SF, and SF, will it be SF? It's SF. So SF versus SF, and it's gonna be Kavi on the Radiant side, and Beaver is gonna be playing on the Dire side, and they're gonna be starting off with the Blink Dagger. So, with me is Azman, Darkro. Hello.
Hi, Abdul. So a lot of excitement already happening. Obviously, we are going to be spectating and catching the action here. So looks like both players opting to keep that Blink Dagger. The razors are going to be key for sure. Whoever can land most of the razors are going to come out ahead. We'll wait and see about the runes. Who gets goes to the level 1 rune and who does not. We've seen Kavi get sentries quite often and try to devour the enemy's ward that gives information about that rune. So we'll wait and see what happens. So looks like this time he hasn't really looks like he really hasn't gotten a sentry this time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so looks like
You think it's a nerf that he didn't get a sentry, or he just wanted to salve?
I think in a Shadowfin with a Shadowfin, there'll be a lot of exchange of razors.
Yeah,
so
I
I
thought
think
the same
mangoes
thing.
and salves are going to be extremely important in this matchup.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. But this time, with the added mobility of a Blink Dagger,
Yeah.
it is going to be pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
we'll wait and see how things go.
To be honest, I think this game's gonna be super fast.
Yeah, you don't say. You don't say. Anyway, so looking at the first rune here, long race, short race, and looks like Kavi is already. Oh, Invis rune, and here comes the third race, and already first blood going the way of Kavi. They are on that high ground, just being able to see Beaver before he could see him, so couldn't react in time, and there we have it. Just a bit, I think, maybe a bit of a predictable move there, just going for that top boundary rune, not having the information of where Noob Devastin is, but that is going to give him a lot of souls, and already going in with those razors, and the game is already over. It is only 28 seconds. So it's long race into mid race, and that will be it for game number 1. Kavi taking a very
decisive game.
Decisive game 1. So we'll probably be starting game number 2 in a short while.
Yeah.
So we'll be back once game number 2 starts.
Yeah. Two of the best of three finals happening between Kavi and Anupama. And it's gonna be either Pudge or Invoker now.
This should be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see who's more alpha, whether it's the Pudge or the Invoker.
Actually,
here.
I think this favors Anupama a bit more, Beaver a bit more, since he does play both of the heroes. Actually, Kavi also plays Pudge, so I think it will be okay for both of them. Let's see which one it is.
I mean, with the Blink Dagger, it's going to be pretty cool. Invoker, you can either go for that early level in Vex and try to get that combo off early in the game, but I guess you'll have to wait and see. So it looks like it's going to be a Pudge versus Pudge. All right.
Oh, nice. That's going to be a nice game. I think Anupama is the one that picked the Pudge. So Beaver is the one who did pick the Pudge, so hopefully he is more happy with this, so we can get another game, which is always fun to get to the last game of the series. So it looks like both of them are opting to keep the Blink Dagger for most obvious reasons. Pudge want to keep Blink Dagger, and Beaver looks like he went Gauntlet first, and Kavi has just got wards, I think, for now. And what do you think about this, Osman?
About what exactly?
Just going for Gauntlet, just one Gauntlet.
I mean,
Kavi just,
I mean, I think regen is always good, but I think the goal here is probably to get that early hook.
Yeah,
and I think if you land the hook and get the dismember, you are definitely in a more favored position.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can rot and do a decent amount of damage, and that
you
gives
just kill him faster, right?
And I think if you can hook the other parts into your tower range, that's going to be much better for him.
So do you aim for either hooking the Pudge and killing him, or getting like a setup item or something to follow up the hook, or what do you do? Do you just try to hook each other or farm in this?
I mean, farming is always going to be an important part. Oh my God! Sorry, I forgot English for a second. So anyway, I think getting items is always going to be a big deal. But the thing about Pudge is you need just the reverse itself is enough to get you quite far ahead in the game.
Yeah.
And I think maybe even getting a value level in Flesh Heap is always good just because of the magic resistance. But then again, hook is
pure. Yeah.
Yeah, pure. But then end of the day we'll have to wait and see.
And meanwhile, Kavi just drank 2 bottles from his 2 sips of his bottle for no reason whatsoever.
So already we see the haste room being used, and here comes the dismember coming out from Kavi here. It might be first blood, but it is deny coming out from Beaver there. Does that count?
Yeah, I think it does. Oh, it does not count actually. It is 0-0 still, but I'm not too sure how the game takes it.
Okay, so if it's 0-0 and it's a deny, I think it's fine.
I think it does not count. Yeah. So the denies don't count right now. Or it does. It does? It does. How do you know? How does it count? Terror. Okay, so confirming that it is counted as a death, so it is going to be 1 up. Okay, it's not counted as a death. Getting mixed signals here.
So okay, it's not counted as a death.
Yeah.
So still advantage to Beaver. It looks like he might be actually be able to get the dismember here, and might be first blood going towards Beaver. So Beaver will be getting that first blood on Noob Kavi there. So definitely really clutch deny coming out from him.
Yeah.
Manages to get level 7, so now he has that max damage on hook.
Yeah, I think it's going to be super hard for Kavi because I think if he just gets one item that can survive the hook combo and then he turns it around and does the same to Kavi, he's just going to win, right?
I mean, already he managed to get about 700 gold, so he is going to build into the Bracer. The Bracer obviously a very favorite kind of build on most of these heroes, obviously. Just get really tanky enough to survive the combo, and maybe just because you have that net worth lead, it helps you kind of overcome the issue.
Yeah, and I think getting this Bracer on Beaver is pretty good. I mean, obviously if Kavi does hook him under tower, he still might be in some trouble, but if he's not in tower, I think Beaver can turn this around just with just one Bracer, because Kavi does not have anything like that, no stats.
Oh, here comes the hook, but a blink dodge coming out from Beaver. They're going to get this double damage rune in the bot lane. Definitely going to be quite helpful for sure.
For sure, yeah.
So just make sure, I think he needs to make sure that he doesn't tank too many creeps. Does have the gauntlet, like you said. The vision is going to be key here when it comes to Pudge, obviously by landing those hooks.
Yeah, and Kavi just stays near his tower. I think he's just trying to hook for the most part. Meanwhile, Anupama just trying to deny creep, so to control the creep wave to his side. So hit and a miss from Kavi there, and see pause coming out.
I think Kavi is trying to do the right thing, you know, try to get Anupama under tower just because of the fact that he has that bracer, and now he actually has 2, so he's sitting at 1550 HP, 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and he has 300 less, so I think even if Kavi does the whole combo, he still might die, but it's, I mean, not too sure, to be honest with you. Because of the pure damage from Fudge, it is kind of hard to determine. Maybe if he gets 1 level in Flesh Sheep, the rod damage won't do as much. I'm not sure though. I think.
Yeah, for sure. But right now it looks like Beaver in control of this game. Kavi is not even making an attempt to move forward, knowing that Beaver does have that double damage rune. Looks like Beaver might go for an aggressive move here. Kavi also hitting level 7. DD being used by Beaver here, and here comes the Dismember, and that should pretty much be a dead Kavi. Dismember is there, but it's not going to be enough. And game number 2 going towards Beaver. So there you have it, Abdul. We're going to a game number 3.
Yeah, what I wanted. A game number 3 from these 2 players, and it looks like it's going to be super exciting coming from the 2 players. We saw Kavi getting his hero in the first game, and Beaver getting his hero in the second game. So it's going to be interesting to see what hero comes up in the next game.
I mean, yeah, I think both them might try to go for a bit of a comfort pick, maybe. Yeah. If we can force into another SF versus SF, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say because, you know, once you have that element of surprise, the next time it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So. But what I would really like to see is an Invoker. Since both of the players can play Invoker, it would be really nice to see an Invoker versus Invoker for the last game. So
Alright, so we're going to wait on game number 3, the last game, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to wait for the last game, and hopefully we'll have an exciting one with maybe a hero that we haven't seen before. So we'll have to wait and see for that. We'll catch you in a bit.
Here, it's gonna be a Mirana picked by Noob Kavi, Devenstein. And let's see what Anupama goes for. It's gonna be a Puck. Oh, Osman, what do you think about these 2 heroes?
I think it'll be more exciting if it's a Puck versus Puck.
Yeah.
We saw Terra destroy with Mirana previously
Yeah.
during the group stages. So
Yeah.
I would like to see a Puck versus Puck
It was
final.
absolutely amazing the way Terra played that game.
Dude, even Sing Sing can't arrow that.
Yeah,
well.
it was impeccable. He was
It's
just
so
perfect
good,
in that
it's
game.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
And that first blood, the leap into the Star Storm. But anyway, coming back into the game, it's going to be Puck versus Puck. The grand finals here. We'll see who comes out on top. It's going to be extremely exciting. Looks like both players are going to opt to keep those blink daggers, have 400 gold in the bank. What are they going to do with it is the question.
Yeah, it looks like Kavi might want to go for. He's going for opting for regen without getting the full null talisman, something like the previous game.
Well, technically you can't buy the full null talisman because you only have 400 gold.
Oh right, is it?
So,
I
yeah.
thought- all right, okay.
So you only have 400 gold, so because of that he is going to opt for that
Right.
small
So,
piece.
so the way they got the null talisman before was by selling the blink dagger, right? Okay.
So anyway, looks like Anupama has gone for a stat-based item, has gone for the circlet, still a part of that.
Yeah, null talisman. Yeah.
I mean, still part of the null talisman. And once again, looks like we are going to see someone make a move on this top rune.
Yeah, and both players are very good at this hero as well. I mean, Anupama has been playing this hero a lot, like not right now since it's not really in the meta, but he played this hero a lot and he's super good at this hero. I've seen Kavi play the hero and I think he's decent as well. But since both players have not been playing it much, probably since the meta has changed so much, they might make a few misplays here and there. So that might be the deciding factor of this game.
I mean, Puck hasn't seen daylight in like 4 or 5 patches now.
Yeah. Pretty
I mean,
sad.
it's pretty bad,
Yeah.
to be honest. I mean, especially since that nerf on Blink Dagger itself. So that itself is pretty bad. So we're going to wait and see.
Yeah, so both of them are going to start at the runes like usual.
So blink in from Beaver this time, and looks like it's going to be blink out from Kavi. Both of them are going to evade each other, and looks like Kavi is going to be the victor of this first rune, unless they want to use.
Yeah,
off,
Kavi's going to
and
get
yes, he
this
does.
haste rune for sure. And seems like, I mean, he's still holding his ward. Not sure where he's going to keep it right now. Anupama is just going to be in the lane. I think this game is just going to come down to using their skills and actually landing them properly. Or maybe dodging skills with phase shift. It's not going to be much about farming.
Oh, what an instant blink coming out from Beaver here. Going to use the Dream Coil as well. Here comes another silence coming out from Devanstein this time, but he is also being used. But he is going to break the coil, and first blood going the way of Noob Kavi there. A bit of an aggressive movement made by Beaver there, but not paying off. Just because of the fact that Kavi did not have to break his
coil. Yeah.
So that is going to be a bit of a nuisance, but anyway, Kavi is going to get a decent amount ahead.
Yeah.
Already getting
Yeah,
a very interesting build actually. So it looks like Kavi has gone for the max illusory orb, while Anupama has gone for the max illusory rift, I believe.
Yeah, waning rift.
Waning rift, yeah.
So I think he went waning rift just to silence the puck for a longer duration. So he'll be able to burst the puck down faster during the waning rift time. But since puck has, I don't know, it's been nerfed so much and strength has been added to heroes at the start of the game, that's just not enough time.
And instant jump in coming out from Noob Kavi. They're going to do a lot of damage onto Beaver here. Beaver taking a lot of right click damage, but he is going to be able to back out and use that salve. So he should be okay for the moment, but Kavi putting on the pressure. That Waning Rift plus Illusory Orb combination, Illusory Orb combination doing a lot of damage. Once again, Waning Rift coming out this time. Will it be enough to bring down Anupama here? Anupama does get Dream Coil there, and that is it. Your champion here at the 1v1 is going to be Noob Kavi.
So there you have it, guys. The winner of the Red Bull River Rune 0-2 1 vs 1 championship is going to be Noob Kavi representing Zyphos Esports. Do stay tuned in. We have a lot of amazing gifts to be given away. Do stay tuned in for the award ceremony, which we will be getting into shortly. So do not go anywhere. You need to check out the amazing gifts that we have on offer for the winners here.